Recording is on, and I will just go quickly through this document. As I said, uh, first of all, this document consists from 3 assignments and 4 tasks, which is something very interesting for you. And also, we prepare all this like all partners all together. So that means each partner prepares some task from it, and then you also can contact directly the partner. For each task, there is a contact person. At the beginning, there is an introduction explaining the reason why we would like to encourage you to continue with these tasks, with these assignments, and the main reason is really to go further what you've learned and to try to apply what you learn, what you realize. And we believe that it could be really a good way to start developing all the skill concerning the sustainable development. For each state, there is a little bit different timeline to be able to handle all these tasks. And the time is running so quickly, so the deadline is next week. It's also one of the point what we would like to discuss with you, if it's still realistic and so on. The assignment number 1 is related to sustainable development goals. I believe that when you participate on this project, that you learn something at least about the sustainable development goals defined by United Nations, or your task is to find a way how the climate change is impacting the SDG. So first, probably you should go through to web and search about the SDG. You will definitely find this 17 goals of sustainable development, and then you can easily learn about these specific goals. So you can see there is no poverty, zero hunger, and there is one special goal, and it's goal number 13. It's the climate action. Actually, all these are like 16 goals, and one is a goal for partnership for achieving these goals. So, in general, United Nations define specific action for climate change. But there are some studies which defines the impact of climate change on all these goals. And your task is to understand at least these goals and think about how climate change is impacting the goals. When we go back to this document, there are some examples how you can approach this task. So you can see this nice picture, and these pictures are referencing to the studies. In the studies, you will find very quite complex study about climate change and impacts on sustainable development goals. And for you, it should be just as kind of inspiration how to approach this. So in general, you can see that this red button explain, okay, this is somehow related. So that means the climate change are affecting this goal number 8, for example, this goal number 9, and so on. So this is just example. We can go through this during some additional question. What we expect from you is that you will create a 2-page presentation for this part, and then we will here is also the points you can receive during the evaluation, and as we said, here is also the contact person for Anička. So if you have any question, you can write. Maybe it will be easier and quicker to write directly on Discord, but if you prefer email communication, there will be no problem. So then we can move to next assignment, and it's a sustainable inquiry. It was prepared by Deloitte team. Maybe would you like Clara to go through this quickly?
Unfortunately, I didn't record the external audio, so
you will hear again me instead of Clara, and I will tell you more about also this assignment number 2, sustainable inquiry. The first part of this task, there are two tasks. So the first part is that you should do research. So again, you should learn more about the sustainable development and actually all this stuff. There are two tasks for you. First is to do your ecological footprint. It's a very nice application where you can calculate your actual footprint, how you impact the environment, and based on this you will definitely learn something how people are acting and interacting with the environment. The second part of this research is read through the document from UNESCO, which is a very great guide how the school should respond to climate change and prepare some climate action for this. So there are really two great materials where you will learn more again about sustainable development. And after this research, there is a second part of this assignment. So task number 3 is data collection. So you should do your own inquiry, your own discussion with all the stakeholders. You should involve all these proposed stakeholders like students, your peers, also the leadership of your school, all the teacher, parents of course are very important stakeholders in this educational system. There is also some suggestion for questions, so you can see some example of a question. It's again not necessary that you will ask exactly these questions. You can come up with your own, but it's a kind of recommendation to make it easier, even easier for you to do this research and to learn more how your community is actually thinking about this sustainable development and stuff like that. So in general, I think that was the main message from Clara. There are some other materials, of course, and it's again information about evaluation of this task. So you can see the parameters for evaluation of this task. What will be great and what is really recommended for you, that you will use this output from this research and from this questionnaire for next task, which was prepared by Bridge Academy, and this is the climate rules legacy and the task number 4, promoting the climate action in your school, in your community. Okay, so then we smoothly jump into the last assignment, which is climate rules legacy and the task of promoting climate action in your community, in your school. And it's a very open task from my point of view, so you can decide what would be the best way to promote climate action in your community. And there we can give you some tips, or there are some hints written, but really this it's up to you, and you can be very innovative because you are the generation who understand it's themselves, yourself the best way. So in the best way. So I'm sure that you will find a really great ideas, a great approach how to promote this climate action. There are some also material recommended, and the contact person for this is Jakub from Bridge Academy. I believe, unfortunately, he was not in Slovakia. No, just in Prague. So it's provision. So this is again some points how this task will be evaluated. and we don't want that you will actually do the event. If you, for example, will plans to do some event to promote this, we don't need that you have already done this event, but we would like to see the plan, how you would like to do it, or to see your plan, how such a kind of event can be managed this in your way. So then you just again collect the points from this assignment, and yeah, that's basically that's it. So finally, we will collect all the points for all assignments or from all tasks, and that's it. Yeah, yeah. We will evaluate all this task, and concerning the number of points you will get, we will choose one team from each country who will actually represent the country in this international online session. But all the other teams will be also invited. I can say that we or Deloitte is preparing this in the spatial environment, which is an application for also virtual reality and for this online conferences. So it will be really great experience also for us. And the idea is that the team which will be selected to represent the country will participate directly in this game Climate Rules. Again, you will play it in online environment, a little bit different approach, but still the rules will be the same. And I'm looking also forward because there will be this real international discussion, and there will be some additional program on this conference. So we will invite also all the schools to participate on this kind of conference to get more information. And we the program is not finished yet because we want to hear also the input from you from this task because we believe there will be some things or some plans worth for sharing also in this real international community. So definitely there will be some opportunity for you also to participate in the next event. Anyway, great. And we really thank you for your active participation to this session and for all these questions because it, I believe, explained a lot of also for maybe the people we will share with them this recording. So that was really great, and I believe also other teams will thank you because you asked maybe some question they were not, maybe they were afraid to ask and so on. So great, thanks.